She lives in the apartment right across from me, and she has this nasty habit of leaving trash right outside her door overnight, so one day I got tired of it and kindly requested to stop leaving trash on her front door as it was attracting bugs. She promptly told me to go screw off back to Asia where I belong, and it just spiraled from that point on. I tried to report her to the landlord, but they don't give a shit as she has had multiple complaints against her and nothing has been done as the laws in my state are quite renters friendly. Anyways, 2 months ago she left a pizza box with a half-eaten slice of pizza still inside. I had enough. I couldn't stand the racist bitch by that point, so I took my dog for a walk, bagged up a nice steaming pile of dog shit and left it in front of her door with a note inviting her to settle things in my apartment. A few hours later she banged on my door and it was on. It felt like an hour, but it probably lasted only 10 minutes. 10 minutes of slaps, hair pulling, grappling on my apartment's carpet, sloppy punches. She walked out with a busted lip and I had torn hair everywhere in my living room. She's still an unpleasant bitch, but she hasn't left any trash outside in 2 months. Were there better ways to solve this? Probably, but I would do it all over again.
My neighbors had a house beside them that they owned and rented out to vacationers in the area. I grew up in a tourist town, so a lot of people would visit during the summer to rent a house and go hiking, swimming, biking and whatnot for a couple weeks. There was one particular family that stayed in this house every summer for 2 weeks, and, as I lived in the rich safe, white people part of town, they felt safe enough to leave the doors unlocked when leaving for a couple hours. As a friend to the kids, I felt bold enough to enter the house. Don't ask me about the leap of logic, I don't understand it myself, and I simply walked up to the door and entered the house. It had several stories, 2 and a massive basement with a master bedroom and a man cave, and a well-stocked kitchen that I spent about 25 minutes searching for candy. I explored the house for a few minutes before deciding to head downstairs and watch a movie, and take a massive shit in the bathroom. Around 3 p.m., I figured it was time to head out, as the family would likely return soon, and I went upstairs to the door that lead onto the upper deck. The family returned a little sooner than I expected, and I ran down onto the lower deck and made a break for it across the lawn, hoping they wouldn't see me through the massive sliding glass back doors. The second time I visited was much shorter, with a few minutes launching myself off the deck with their swing and sitting in their empty hot tub, imagining I was the owner of the house. My other breaking and entering adventures were much shorter and less interesting, mostly in halfway finished houses. I like the smell, and I like climbing the bare timbers, and I never came as close to being caught as that first time when the family came home early. I've always been a cartoon character cosplayer, but ever since the girl I was dating told me her favorite animal was a bear, I realized my need for a bear cosplay. The first bear character that came to mind was Yogi, since I watched him when I was young. I ordered an outfit, and it started to become one of my favorites. So about 3 years ago, I texted my then girlfriend and told her that I wanted to go on a walk, so to meet me at the park. I got there a little bit earlier than our arranged time in order to surprise her in my outfit. While I was waiting for her, a few people on the trails recognized my outfit and thought it was funny. So I had the brilliant idea of sneaking up on people having lunch or walking on the trails while I was waiting for my girlfriend. A few people thought it was funny, but more than enough thought I was being weird and borderline harassing them. I unwisely ignored these complaints and kept going. People within eyeshot saw me continuing to do this and called the park ranger on me. I thought it was a bluff, but to be safe I did stop, and I ran into the porta potty to change out of my Yogi outfit. I ran back to my car and hid the outfit, and resumed to waiting for my girlfriend and the park ranger to arrive. She finally arrived, before the ranger did, and I told her that I changed my mind and wanted to watch a movie instead. She was kind of pissed at me for changing plans so much, and told me she'd rather just walk in the park. I was too scared to tell her about my cosplaying habits, and that the park ranger would be looking for me, so I agreed. I'm not sure if the ranger ever arrived, since we walked away fairly quickly, and were out for quite a bit. But I damn well got away with it.
My brother, who is 7 years older than I am, is currently rotting in jail for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was wrongfully convicted and shouldn't be in jail for that crime. He's been there for nearly a year and could potentially end up in prison. My parents have decided to bail him out soon and wait for trial. This is what I was afraid of, because if and when he gets bailed out he'll be living at home. Everyone is heartbroken over this. My mom cries every day and my dad is quiet. My sister is at home for a bit helping my mom. My brother sexually assaulted me for years growing up. I remember him waiting for me when I got out of the shower or when I'd be changing. I didn't understand what he was doing, and it became so normal, as terrible as that sounds. He forced me to do things and said, if you tell mom she will get so mad at you and take your toys away. I forgot about the years of abuse until recently. It was so weird. I was sitting on the couch and my sister was saying the statistics on how many women are sexually assaulted by people they know. It was like a light bulb went off, everything came back to me. I went to my room and broke down. I cried thinking about my younger self being taken advantage of. I hate affection, have a hard time trusting people, and have been in some really bad relationships. I don't know if it's because of what my brother did or that's just who I am, but I can't stop thinking about it, replaying all the times he came into my room over and over again. The worst part is I don't hate him. I don't feel bad he is in jail, and a part of me hopes he goes to prison, but I still love him and I don't know why. Anyways, just needed to get that off my chest, haven't told anyone. I feel this is a relatively mild one, but because many people know my real Reddit handle, this is a throwaway for obvious reasons. For the past years, I've been editing people's personal pictures for their social media. Mostly for Facebook and Instagram. It started out as a gag where I'd Photoshop people or situations into something funny for the sake of practice, but soon enough I had people asking me in DMs to maybe help them Photoshop something more personal. It started out innocently enough: remove this person, remove that object, make the picture lighter. But over time it gradually became people asking me to make them thinner. Make them prettier, remove the fat from their pictures, maybe remove acne or two. Maybe larger hips, breast or butt, or all of the above. The worst part is how many of the regular ladies asking me to edit their pictures aren't even fat or ugly in any way, shape or form, but it's not my place to judge or tell them they're pretty as they are. I know full well that social media is fake and follow so many subreddits dedicated to pointing this out. And I know I'm just contributing to the issue by continuing to edit their pictures. But I guess it's also weird because in the end, I never edit my own pictures. I'm overweight, bordering on obese, and have crippling anxiety about my own appearance, and yes, I'm also a lady, due to constant overeating. And then I wonder why I feel depressed over all the pretty girls on Instagram, even if I know I edited their pictures to look prettier. It's whack.